rider music all night when I'm rolling. Dirty, how many times you gon' play with death before you 30? But I'm chosen, so I'm rolling. With 11 on my closest, on a mission to get rich like Danny Ocean. How we rolling? All through traffic with this mob apparatus. These people want me in the casket, still I'm rolling. I heard heaven got a place for me there, but I don't know if I'm going on. Smoking on Sequoia, running from a paranoia. Hollywood want me to come and live and die in California. I ain't going out like River Phoenix. I wanna enjoy all of the spoils. I'm a golden boy like Oscar De La Hoya. I'm a soldier, masked up like it's the end of October. Blowing Doja in the streets with Manny Fresh down in the Noya. I done told you, when it comes to beef and I ain't kosher. Bought a Cobra just to keep the snakes closer. I can spy motive, y'all can try and clone this. Get them lines quoted, but him and I know this. A lot of my opponents hold their eyes open. Rip out the hearts and let them all die soulless. This that rider music. This that rider music. East side. This that rider music. This that rider music. All night when I'm rolling. Dirty, how many times you gon' play with death before you 30? But I'm chosen, so I'm rolling. With 11 on my closest, on a mission to get rich like Danny Ocean. How we rolling? All through traffic with this mob apparatus. These people want me in the casket, still I'm rolling. I heard heaven got a place for me there, but I don't know if I'm going on. I heard them say they want the old gunner. Am I still turn coyotes into road runners? Family, I'll leave your ass with no brothers. It ain't no love when you become a man with no mother. That's what it was, I used to get my ass beat just because I ran away, hit the trap, they couldn't make me budge. Junior year, my homie selling crack right off the bus. Knew that I wasn't turning back when I got cup charged. It's the territory, y'all don't want to march cemetery.
All right, coming up next, it is our main event, a matchup for the UFC Women's Bantamweight title.
You ready? You ready?
All right, so here we go with round one of this UFC Women's Bantamweight Championship fight. This is the fight that fans really wanted to see. The consensus top two 135ers in the world. The champion doesn't necessarily see it that way. She believes she is a level up. She has defended the title in the past. Oh! Huge right hand! Just misses there with the left. Good series of strikes by her there. She is staying wicked busy tonight.
Very busy, but also super accurate. She is on point.
And just like that, the fight is over. So there she is, folks, a woman who now needs no introduction, the UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion of the world, getting it done by knockout and with major style points here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Boogulyzdagoza called stop to this contest at 34 seconds of the very...
Tell his ass I wanna race. Velo Duggan with Barry, all of my got taste. We gon' march in the party, get the out of my way. 30 got kicked like karate, don't wanna meet the AK. Hey, look at me, 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 look at me now. Kidding me, all of my jewelry costs about 100,000. My enemies never had sympathy, Fergie finna lay him down. Sippin' on Hennessy, hopping up Italy in the mouth. Who am I? Look at me now. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me now. Look at me, look at me now. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me now. Double to your bando.
light, green light. Red light, green light. Red light, green light. Stuck at the stoplight. Red light, green light. Red light, green light.
All right, coming up next, it is our main event, a matchup for the UFC Women's Bantamweight title.
You ready? You ready?
All right, so here we go with round one of this UFC Women's Bantamweight Championship fight. This is the fight that fans really wanted to see. The consensus top two 135ers in the world. The champion doesn't necessarily see it that way. She believes she is a level up. She has defended the title in the past. That is a great source of confidence for her as she tries. Her ground and pound is on point here. She's made this a focus going in to make these strikes count. Certainly doing that too. And just like that, the fight is over. All right, we take a look back at some of the pictures from this one, and she had it all going on tonight, but certainly her boxing was on point.
Her boxing always is what allows her to dictate the pace of fights. Finally, she landed the strike that ended the night of her.
Bruce Buffer now with the official decision.
Ladies and
Blood spilling, tears are pouring. It seems the well is never filled. Mentally exhausted, overworking, take another pill, or to keep the owner of the corporation stacking billions.
These corporations manipulating our daily lives, got us exasperated, working through all our days and nights. Sacrifice your leisure time to end up at a 9 to 5. I'm working till you want to see without a single moment for peace.
Never still, it just keeps rolling down the hill. Nobody tries to stop it. They'll get a copy, get you killed. You'll be a trending topic. A cog up in the wheel, a sacrifice to the pull of death being built.
caught up in the matrix, virtual digital minds. We don't memorize phone numbers or directions when we drive. We don't even have to go shopping to get our food and buy things. We only push a button. We don't even have to try.
Can't even lift the eye away from my phone. Talking to Instagram live just so I don't feel alone. Flooding my Twitter feed with my deepest feelings and thoughts. My page is public, but my sense of conversation is blocked. I validate myself through followers just to feel important. Instead of living in the moment, I'd much rather record it. Nobody knows my first name, but know my Snapchat handle. I'm just a millennial, trapped in social media standards. C-O-N-S. Oppression within an effort. C-O-N. To own the rights of my expression.
Funding boardroom salaries that pay me an exposure. No penalties when they're late paying me. No benefits seen, just liens that lead to home foreclosure. Advertisement revenue, everything that you consume. More for them, less for you. They do all the sorting. Try to figure out ways to make you feel important while they keep robbing you blind, cold extortion.
In some sense, that's the power of the internet. On the other hand, that's a perfect formula for the dark side.
This is our generation's form of nuclear power. How we deal with this will be the stuff of history.
C-O-N-S. Oppression within an effort. C-O-N. To own the rights of my expression. C-O-N-S. Expression influence the feeling. C-O-N. To wipe out opinions beyond the meaning of conformity.
I roll out with no cash on me, calm now with no mash on me. Stay away from these ashy youths where they come around and get ash on me. That's 5,000 capacity, 5,000 capacity. Then spread that over the UK and then add them up and get back to me. You pussios are not bad for me. Madman, they go mad for me. Who the went and gassed you up like you're good enough to be clashing me? Oh, please stop harassing me. Charge me up and put gas in me. Them little fish wanna try ting. Oh man, the audacity. I got girl in my inbox sending me eyes. Living on the edge to the end of our lives. Wolf in the sheepskin telling me lies. Sometimes I love when my enemy dies. Woo. So ahead of my time. Mainstream boy starts letting off live. We can never ever ever level in price. Take that fee and then treble it twice. Yeah, the problem's back, I got flows.
Watch your back, come on, smoke.
All right, coming up next, it is our main event, a matchup for the UFC Women's Bantamweight title.
You ready? Are you ready?
All right, so here we go with round one of this UFC Women's Bantamweight Championship fight. This is the fight that fans really wanted to see. The consensus top two 135ers in the world. The champion doesn't necessarily see it that way. She believes she is a level up. She has defended the title in the past. That is a great source of confidence for her as she... Oh, she landed.
That's where get some respect. She won't go as forward anymore. When you got a big power striker like that, you got to make them respect you and respect what's coming back at her.
Oh, and with conviction, she moves right into half guard.
Without much effort, she was able to pass from her full guard right into half guard.
All right, she's in full guard here, DC, but you know she passes as well as anybody in this division.
Oh, man, when she gets to the ground, she has an amazing ability to just be advancing or thinking advancement every single time. But her opponent has a great ability and a great sense of anticipation that when you try to go, she's able to get back to her feet, escape, and get to where she's comfortable.
Well, she's really putting it all together on the feet, DC, staying busy and certainly staying accurate.
She's known for her hands, and this is why. Big kick lands.
Man, she throws that hook so easy. All right, she postures up here, DC. We'll see if she can get those ground strikes.
Watch for the huge elbows that she's known for.
Working out of that southpaw stance.
Great action to get to that takedown.
Half guard position for her here, and if you're the bottom fighter, this is truly a case of pick your poison.
Yeah, you got to pick your poison. And if you're on the bottom, you got to be trying to find a way to escape that bottom leg. You cannot allow your opponent, you cannot allow her to sit on your leg and just throw big damaging strikes. You've got to make sure you're on an elbow control, underhook, and getting back to your feet.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
Man, she is just non-stop on the ground, moving in all the right directions. Another nice transition by her there.
She's moving a lot, but every movement has purpose.
She's going for her arm here. Nicely done. Her ground and pound is downright scary, in constant pursuit of the finish. Might get it here.
She does a really good job of throwing punches with intent. She never just throws just to be throwing. Every punch is meant to land, and every punch is meant to start or finish.
Back to the feet now.
Clint.
Damaging punch lands for her there. Just missed with the left there. Oh, and she just...
She is such a diverse striker that big strike landed, and it looks like she's going to finish the fight.
All right, so she's able to work her way back to her feet now. Well, she lands the strike there, but it is 1-1. And just like that, the fight is over.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
All right, so round one is underway. After her last fight, you heard Bruce Buffer say, and still UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion. She is trying to have him say it again here. Oh! Well, her opponent is squirming, and this might be the beginning of the end. The ground and pound strikes continue to land at will.
She's landing over and over again. She needs to make sure that when she's chasing the finish, she doesn't get excited and lose the position.
DC, for my money, she's really timing her shots pretty well here, Tim.
Her toe. You can never know what you're going to see in this young lady. Is she going to finish the fight?
All right, half guard position for her here, and this is a spot where we've seen her have a lot of wild success in previous fights.
She has a tremendous amount of success in this position because she's so knowledgeable. She keeps the right side underhook, and she just goes to work with that left arm. She's posting and elbowing. She's building her posture and punching. There are just so many different ways for her to score strikes from this position.
Oh, she gives up her back here, DC, so she's got a lot of work to do now. What do? Tuck the chin, hand fight?
You've got to tuck the chin. You've got to bring both hands to the hands. Because as your chin is going down, your opponent's going to be attacking your neck. Two hands on one, force it down, build your base, try to get back to your feet. And if worse comes to worse, give up the mount.
Right.
Because the mount is better than having this fighter on your back.
Nothing fun about it. We'll see if she can escape here. Nice 1-2 there. Just misses there with the left.
Big kick lands.
And able to land.
Oh, she got hurt. Can't take pictures now. She has to react. She has to go chase the finish. Look, you can see it. Look, she got hurt.
Oh, nice job by her there. You see how strong she is. Her opponent's trying to control posture, unable to do so.
Now she can get to work and put the money in the bank with that ground and pound.
Money in the bank. Gonzalez gets up and decides.
Oh,
all right, so she goes for the double leg takedown here, DC, and she is able to secure it. Beautifully done there.
Beautifully done. Great timing, great angle on the finish. Great job getting to her best position.
Oh, when you get in a bad spot on the ground and you want to reverse it, that's what you need to do.
Masterclass in changing position. Unreal to see.
Big shots being landed on both sides here. Oh! All right, so her ground control is outstanding. Half guard is when she's at her most dangerous.
Yes, she's at her most dangerous when she has...
Unbelievable!
Oh, my goodness! What a fight!
That was a good stoppage by the referee. She was not effectively defending herself, and the opponent was doing some real damage. It became a dangerous situation. I think it's the right call by the official, and she will live to fight another day. All right, we take a look back at some of the pictures from this one, and she had it all going on tonight, but certainly her boxing was on point.
Her boxing always is what allows her to dictate the pace of fights. Finally, she landed the strike that ended the night of her opponent.